Lumina is an old TransAm car. It has some freedoms allowed in the Oscar rules, which make it just as fast as a modern-day TransAm. Now, Gilbert himself has claimed that the car could win at Timaru. Let's see how he goes in race 2 of the Noel-Leeming TransAms.
So Steve Johnson, again, the fastest qualifier in the second session yesterday, ahead of Alan Ferguson. Craig Gilbert will be in the third spot on the grid. Paul Morris next, and then Mark Pedersen in the Mustang. Last time, Junior Johnson was in this position. Ferg was too, but it was Paul Morris in the white car that got them both. Oh, Morris getting very wide out there on the outside and trying to get the run down the outside of Alan Ferguson right now. But Junior Johnson, he's up and gone. Ferg comes back in the inside. Oh, Craig Gilbert takes a hit from behind from Mark Pedersen, I believe it was, and looks like major damage there. Watch this again. Don't see the start of it, but that's a very fast part of the circuit. And Craig Gilbert just along for the ride. You can see the smashed front suspension. Here we go. The view from Mark Pedersen's car dives into the corner. Oh, you could see that Craig Gilbert was on the brakes pretty early there, but boy, Pedersen was not, and just rams up the back of him and sends him, dispatches him off to the boondocks. So a very unceremonious end to the local hero there, and that could be him out for the day, looking at the damage on his car. Meantime, Ferguson is on fire, looking to get past the NZ car of Junior Johnson, arch rival in this championship. Ferg from the Petch team alongside Paul Morris, and of course Bruce Jenner running the Junior Johnson car, run last year in the Hoosier colours, which of course all these cars are now on. So a bit of a learning experience that has been. There's the damage on the front of Mark Pedersen's Iowa Mustang from that big hit in the back of Craig Gilbert's Chevy Lumina. So Junior Johnson, unflustered by all of this going on behind him. There's John Miller the fourth. He's here with John Miller the fifth and John Miller the third, I might let you know. One's his dad, one's his son, of course, little guy. But there's Mark Pedersen. This is, oh, John Miller. John Miller the fourth has just had a major lose there.
Overcooked it a little under the braking and went off the outside and kept going into muddy grass. Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a blast. We're really getting moving out there today.
Yeah, but moving in sometimes in the wrong direction there, John, but moving in the right direction. Junior Johnson out front of the field. Paul Morris now got past Alan Ferguson in the second spot, and look who's looming up from behind. Ashley Stitchbury in the shell car. Looks like yellow flag situation, yep, for the Craig Gilbert car parked down on the bottom corner. Very, very fast part of the track. There goes Mark Pedersen out of the race. Ooh, big damage.
You know, he didn't even look where I was, and he just turned hard into us, and it's very disappointing for us in Iowa and Hollins Pharmacy.
All right, we won't hold you up because it looks like the boys are going to try and get you back in.
Thanks.
Well, the reason for the frantic activity is that the pace car's out there and going very slowly, so he's actually had time to get out of the car, talk to us, tell us the story, tell us his side of it anyway, get back in, and if he gets out there in a hurry, he's going to get out. No, the pace car's starting to go down before him. Same deal with John Miller the fourth after his spin on his own. The team there working very hard to get him back out before he loses too much. So they maybe drop back to the back of the field, but that's going to be all at the moment. So the TLC Direct Timaru gets back into action as well. This is a sister car to the NZ car run by Junior Johnson, actually. There goes Mark Pedersen getting back in the field to rejoin, and we just saw the pictures of Craig Gilbert's car on the... Oh, look at this at the restart. Very, very close go there as the two almost pull together. No one wanting to give an inch at all, and Paul Morris dives down the inside. Looks like he's going to take over the lead, but wait for Johnson. What a great move. Muscles back inside of him and gets the lead back. Fantastic move by Johnson, you'd have to say. Morris got out there on the loose on the marbles and just could not get traction, and Johnson just pulls down the inside of him. That was good. Very, very sweet move by the NZ driver. So Paul Morris relegated back to second again. In the third place, that's Ferg. Then comes Ashley Stitchbury. So positions as before this happened, that was major damage to the front end of the Chevy Lumina. Only this time looks like Johnson getting a bit of a march away from the Camaro right behind him. So Camaro's 1, 2, 3, the mobile car of Alan Ferguson out of Auckland. Then back to the Mustang that's in the picture at the moment, the Shell Mustang. There's one of the other Mustangs down the back of the field. George Shurey gets the go-by from Mark Pedersen, racing now to catch up. So George Shurey, a total privateer, running the series totally unsponsored down the South Island. Well, the rain on the windshield of Mark Pedersen's car could tell a story, because things are changing here again. These guys might have to be just a little bit careful going into the late stages of this race, because it is starting to spit again. And Paul Morris taking advantage there, as perhaps Junior Johnson decides that a little bit of caution could be a good thing at this point. Very close too for third place, we see in the background, with Ashley Stitchbury closing right up on Ferg. So two good fights here as this Noel Lemming TransAm Championship race, round 2, or race 2 here at Timaru, starts to wind down. There we see John Miller back in action in his Chevy, but unable to stay in contention with these guys. Alan Ferguson, a bit of a find this year, because really had a run in the TransAms last year, didn't show in the front running, but boy, has he ever got the bit between his teeth this year. Really run at the front, scored a win already, which is fantastic, really made his day, won the Wellington round for that matter. So had an awesome series so far, and right up there in contention for the top 3 placings in the championship. Stitchbury trying to get back, badly wants some points after his 3 crashes in as many race meetings. So he's looking to go through and pick up extra points there. That's a good move for him. Nice, clean passing move by the big Mustang, which of course bears the Shell decals on one side. Probably didn't have enough of both sides, because this is not actually his car, that one having been pretty severely damaged yesterday in the rain. And this is Shane Drake's car, which Drakey elected to hand over to his teammate, who does have a chance of the championship still. So Ashley really going for it, just trying to get points on the board, and that's a valuable passing move he's pulled on Ferguson there. Good fight still up front as well. The two Timaru's fighting it out as the Mustang moves up, a bit of Ford muscle moving up into the podium places there. But these two, the Chevys, rule right now, that's for sure, here at Timaru. And down the front straight, NZ car of Junior Johnson leading the way from the Powerbeat car of Paul Morris. Both Queenslanders, both over here to try and win the championship. So to say there's no love lost really is not what it's all about. They both are very, very committed individuals, and both very badly want to win this series, to take that home to Aussie, to sort of show people that they can muscle around in these big V8 cars. Of course, we've seen that Junior Johnson is capable of that. Drove his old man's car at Bathurst and didn't do a half-bad job, you'd have to say. But he had to prove this year that what he learned last year in these cars has not been put to waste in the past 12 months. Very good experience in the racing bank, if you like, inside his knowledge. And this kid he went away to the States in the break for the Street Skills Series, looking to get a test with Tommy Kendall's TransAm team and seeing if he might have an opening there for this coming season. Not saying much yet what's happening, but certainly doing the job meantime. George Shuri in his Privateer Mustang. Oh, very loose. George from Green Bay and Auckland, running totally on his own money. That's why there's no riding on the car at all. Meantime, sponsorship rules up front. NZ car. Plenty of dollars going to that team, and put to good use too, you'd have to say. Kiwi, based in the United States, Bruce Jenner running this team and doing an excellent job. Oh, Morris has had a problem by the looks. Definitely dropped off the pace there in the number 1 car. The number 1, of course, earned by Andy McElroy in winning the championship last year. Iowa in car with Mark Pedersen. Well, looks like he's taking things pretty easy at the moment. Not too much pace on there right now, so I think he does have a problem with that car. It has been in the wars in this race, that's for sure. Out front and getting away, Junior Johnson. Leading the championship, leading the race. What more can he do? He's about to try and lap George Shuri. What a great record this guy's put up. This is going to be his 6th win out of about 10 races, I think it is so far. So an awesome job young Junior Johnson has done as he heads for the checkered flag one more time. This one's taken ahead of Paul Morris with Ashley Stitchbury third.
The car hasn't really got the speed in the first 2 or 3 or 4 laps, but after that it really comes on strong, and it really comes on strong towards the end of the race. So if I can get through those first 4 laps without getting past, I'm looking pretty good.